Hi. Let's learn about the invisible hand in economics. The invisible hand is a metaphor for the unseen forces that move the free market economy. Through individual self-interest and freedom of production and consumption, the best interest of society, as a whole, are fulfilled. The constant interplay of individual pressures on market supply and demand causes the natural movement of prices and the flow of trade. The term invisible hand first appeared in Adam Smith's famous work, The Wealth of Nations, to describe how free markets can incentivize individuals, acting in their own self-interest, to produce what is societally necessary. The invisible hand is part of laissez-faire, meaning the let do/let go approach to the market. In other words, the approach holds that the market will find equilibrium without government or other interventions forcing it into unnatural patterns. The invisible hand metaphor distills two critical ideas. First, voluntary trades in a free market produce unintentional and widespread benefits. Second, these benefits are greater than those of a regulated, planned economy. Each free exchange creates signals about which goods and services are valuable and how difficult they are to bring to market. These signals, captured in the price system, spontaneously direct competing consumers, producers, distributors, and intermediaries, each pursuing their plans, to fulfill the needs and desires of others. Business productivity and profitability are improved when profits and losses accurately reflect what investors and consumers want. This concept is well demonstrated through a famous example in Richard Cantillon's An Essay on Economic Theory, the book from which Smith developed his invisible hand concept. As a result, the business climate of the U.S. developed with a general understanding that voluntary private markets are more productive than government-run economies. Former Fed Chair Ben Bernanke explained that the market-based approach is regulation by the invisible hand, which aims to align the incentives of market participants with the objectives of the regulator. Consider an example of a small business facing stiff competition. To best position itself in the market, the small business decides it will invest in higher quality materials for its manufacturing process as well as reduce its prices. Though the small business may be doing so out of the best interest of its company, the invisible hand is at work as the market now has access to more affordable yet higher quality goods. Another example of the invisible hand is the ripple effect a retail company can have when attempting to meet consumer demand. Each entity is acting in its own best interest, but each entity is also creating economic activity for other parties and helping to move resources along a process to deliver a final product. The invisible hand allows the market to reach equilibrium without government or other interventions forcing it into unnatural patterns. When supply and demand find equilibrium naturally, oversupply and shortages are avoided. The best interest of society is achieved via self-interest and freedom of production and consumption. Here are 5 key takeaways. 1. The invisible hand is a metaphor for how, in a free market economy, self-interested individuals operate through a system of mutual interdependence. 2. This interdependence incentivizes producers to make what is socially necessary, even though they may care only about their own well-being. 3. Adam Smith introduced the concept in his 1759 book The Theory of Moral Sentiments and later in his 1776 book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations. 4. Each free exchange creates signals about which goods and services are valuable and how difficult they are to bring to market. 5. Critics argue that the invisible hand does not always produce socially beneficial outcomes, and can encourage greed, negative externalities, inequalities, and other harms. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.